was walking in the dark until you came and turned a light on. And I don't wanna take the rain without the clear skies, and I don't wanna take the pain without the love. I know you have to break a heart to start the healing. I know I'll never give you up.
What is going on, everyone? How are you all doing tonight? Or morning, I should say, or afternoon, depending on what part of the world you are in. So happy to have you in here. Got some new people in the house tonight. I love it. I love it. Monsters Inc. Zed is in here. Fergs is in here. Big shout out to both of you for being in here. Sharky Rob is in here. Let's go. Let's go. How's everyone doing tonight? Today? Evening, morning. Hope you're all doing well. Tonight should not be too long of a stream. I'm hoping for about an hour, but still a handful of things that I want to cover with all of you. And hopefully we'll get some races in and some evals in. Again, if I miss an evaluation or you really wanted one, we didn't get to it, please DM me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll throw my socials in chat. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook or YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But to enter into the giveaway later on tonight, you need to be in Twitch. Zed Run is in the house. Pack is here. Let's go. One Shot Paddle. I love it. I love it. Dallas Diamonds, what is up? How are you doing? So first thing I wanted to kind of kick tonight off with was MJ Legend and MJ4A. This horse is not available for MJ Legend or MJ4A. It is a raced horse. But the reason why I'm kind of featuring it right now, good morning, Burt Racing, is that this was the latest breed out of my stable and came from Dashing Susan, which I believe was a Z5 Zabo. Legendary, and is one of the horses available to potentially breed with. Pack with 69. Thank you so much, Pack, kicking us off, crushing it. Can I get some nices in chat, some support and love for Pack with that 69 donation? That is absolutely awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Part of the donations allows things like getting additional horses into the stable, which then allows me to breed with those, which can then in turn be given back to you. So it's a very symbiotic relationship. Not all of the money goes there, but it's a way that kind of we work together to better the program, to better everything that is going on. I love the nices in chat. Big shout out to Pack. Thank you, thank you, thank you, brother. I really, really appreciate it. So yes, Cosmic String was a horse that I bred from my stable and has actually done pretty decently if you pull up the stats. Mostly free races just due to the nature of the kind of platform recently, but 10% winner, 43% first through third across both paid and free races. I believe it has 2 paid races. It podiumed in one and did not in the other. Exactly, Airmick. It's a win-win. That's definitely the intention. Some of the money goes into tooling, some of the money goes into horses, some of the money goes to my pocket. So combo for us all. And of course, you choose to get a refresh. But anyway, 10% winner. I believe I said 43% show. That refresh will pop here in a second. Yeah, so pretty excited about the horse. It is a Z15 Finney exclusive. Absolutely love the horse. For those of you that aren't familiar, and we just ended MJ Legend, so I will be talking about the winner. But we are now, it is the first of the month. We are starting a new month, which means a new opportunity. Absolutely, Airmick. So just kind of a reminder. So there are 2 tiers to the giveaways each month. The first tier being MJ Legend. That goes to one single person. And so depending on how much, and that is the high tipper for the month. The new month, we've started over. Pack currently holds the MJ Legend status. Before that, Breeze Edition had that with a $20 tip. And if that final high tip, not a single tip, but cumulatively over the month is between $0 and $99, you get a free breed with a male horse from within my stable. If that total dollar amount is between $100 and $199, you get the free breed, plus you get a offspring pre-bred, or up to a 10-horse stable review. And if it's 200 plus, you get all of the above prizes. And I am very happy to say that in the month of October, the winner of the MJ Legend unlocking tier 3, all 3 prizes, it was very close, hard fought, but it's going to go to the accountant. So can we get some hype, some love and chat to the accountant? We will be in touch shortly, talking about the different options available. Just due to timing of things, It may be a slight delay in getting you some of these breeds depending on what you want, and I can give you recommendations on what I think would be best breed, low Z, legendary, etc. So yeah, I will be in touch shortly with you on that, and also want to get those horse names from you. But yes, very very excited, super super awesome. For those of you though who donate, I want to show some love back to you, and don't feel like you have to donate a lot. Every single dollar matters. I have the MJ4A or the MJ4 All competition as well. So basically, for every $5 donated, with as small as one, that gets you into one entry. So if you donate $20, just like Breeze Edition did earlier, that gets you 4 entries into the month. So every $5 gets you an entry. As long as you are not the highest, the legend, you don't have the legend status, you are eligible, automatically entered into MJ4L. You don't have to do anything else. It just, your donation automatically gets you in as small as $1. And that's going to get you a UUU horse pre-bred from my stable as well. So it's, again, a way of trying to create a bit of a win-win for all of us. And of course, when certain milestones are hit, things like Twitter followers, things like that, free giveaways will also be happening. Those are not going away at all. I think I'm getting close to hitting a milestone on Twitch, so we might have to do something for that as well. But yes, congrats again to the accountant. We will be in touch soon, my friend. Ooh. Big thing for the evening tonight is the giveaway. So tonight I will be giving away this unnamed foal. Great for newer stables starting out. It is a Z30 Exclusive Buterin Filly, so you will get to keep the offspring. And fun fact, this is born on the day of spooky season itself, October 31st. So new breed, unnamed, unraced, uneverything, courtesy of the Black Diamond Tad. So definitely go give him a follow, show him some love. Please, 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 would greatly appreciate it. This horse comes directly from him. It is not from my stable. What's up, AC Wolf? How are you doing? Doing all right. Holy smokes. Welcome, 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 DJ Kingpin. Yes, very nice stuff. Super happy for the accountant. We'll talk about the breed a little later, but definitely give Tad a follow. So yes, it is the first day of November. Next round has kicked off. Every dollar, $1 gets you in, $5 gets you an entry into the MJ Legend. Ooh, who's that? Zed Retro. Zed Retro Racing says new horse in the ecosystem today. Offspring of 2 of the best in the game. Throw that name down in there. We'll have to check it up. How do you set up payment here? So pretty simple. If you do I think it's exclamation point donate, and you'll see that there's that tip page, and then again, everything as small as $1 through PayPal gets set up there. Legally challenged and Crimson Chin, legally Chrome. Would love to take a look. Wow, wow, wow. That's incredible. We will definitely have to take a look at that. How many races does it have, Zed Retro? Thanks, Ermic. All right. Sorry if I sound a little off tonight. I think I'm losing my voice. I think I'm getting sick. Just too exhausted lately. So want to talk about, we'll do the giveaway in a little bit, but let's start with some news talking about the Digital Breeders' Cup Golden Glow. If you are still in here, wanted to just share this tweet out. Golden Glow is launching his own Zed Run tournament. And it is a Digital Breeders' Cup where it is, I believe it's 2. You're looking at both the breed, so, Knock, Buterin, Filly, or sorry, Buterin, Knock, Buterin, Zabo, and Finney. And then also looking at Elite, Cross, and Pacers is a separate one. They'll come together. There will be a grand final. It's going to be super, super exciting. Check out that tweet I threw in chat. He just did a show about this tonight. Give him a follow on Twitter if you aren't already. We stream together. He's the other co-founder of Inside Zed News Network. and we stream Sunday nights. Unfortunately, was not able to make it last night, but hope to catch that VOD soon. But definitely check it out. This is pretty exciting, pretty accessible. One thing that I like about it, it has a scaled entry. So if you're entering with a knock, I think it's like 140 or 160. But if you're entering with like a Buterin exclusive or lower, it's something like $40 to enter. So it's not horrible. And I think it's going to be pretty big, and I'm pretty excited for it. Full disclosure, I have helped him a little bit with this, but this is definitely his baby and definitely his doing. So give him some love. I'll shoot the tweet down here again. Check out the rule set. It's going to be pretty exciting. The other thing I want to talk about was the Zed Run tournament. I unfortunately was not able to catch the finals, but want to give a big shout out to the Z2, I believe Genesis Knock figured it out on becoming the inaugural tournament champion. Ermic 10. Thank you. Sense of Ribbon. I need you to look at my horse when you have time. Thanks, Sense of Ribbon, Ermic. We'll definitely get to that at some point for sure. Boom, that just got you 2 entries into MJ4A. Congratulations, Ermic. Greatly appreciated. So big shout out to Figured It Out. Kind of thought there would be a a low Z, knock legendary or Genesis that would do well. Yeah, so congrats, kind of cool. Figured It Out isn't a horse that I learned or knew much about, so it's kind of cool to see, to me at least, what a new name was. Golden Glow's available all day tomorrow. You raced that horse, Star Blue. Nice. How did you do against it? And then wanted to kind of talk to you about some news within the Zed community. But before we do that, wanted to plug my resources page. If you are newer to Zed, if you want to learn about Zed, just go to my website, mjinformatics.com/resources. This updates every few hours. And you are getting sources from San Francisco Tribe to Jarek, Zed Guru, myself, Zed News Network, and then just scroll down and it will keep loading. HeroCraft, Zed Run itself, cracking the Zed Run code, Eric Wong. Let's see, who else do we have in here? Zed Gazette. So keep going. It'll keep updating if you need news. But one of the things I want to talk about, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I thought he did an excellent job this morning, is Jarek, also known as Evergreen. Go ahead and give him a follow over on YouTube. Oh, that was Poseidon and Timmy for winning the tournament. No way, nice. So yeah, give said Retro. Go ahead and give Jarek a follow. He did an interview this morning with Golden Glow Master. I thought they talked about things really well. Jarek did an awesome interview. Can't say enough good things about it. You can check it out on my resources page or just subscribe to him. He's going to be doing a daily morning stream on YouTube. So please, I am subscribed as well. Give him a shout out. One of the things that they talked about this morning on stream, which I kind of want to talk about with you guys, was some recent news about Zed. So, the new way of cheering on your horses. So they're all about, the passion, the excitement. I love this. There's a voice chat feature to collectively cheer on racehorses. The trial run will be the first tournament finals weekend. They'll gather feedback. And then if they watch any live race, you just click on this pop-up widget. I was not able to participate in that. If anyone in chat was, I'd love to hear about it. Love to hear your thoughts about it. And how it went. But I know I've been playing online multiplayer games for years now. I think I have a pretty good idea of how this kind of thing will end up going. And I think it was summed up pretty well. This tweet by Hall of Fame Racing. Joined race voice chat for the first time over the weekend. My experience. 1. Guy getting yelled at by his wife or girlfriend. 2. Someone's mic echoing nonstop. And 3, I forgot to mention intentional vaping directly into the microphone, among the worst noise possible. Like, there are lots of trolls out there. There are lots of people that just want to try and get attention, want to follow stables and just troll them, troll their horses. And I think Jarek and or Golden Glow brought up a really good point this morning that should only be the people that are in the race that should be able to talk. At the very least, it'll curb it a little bit. Um, but I thought that was an interesting update. I think it's definitely going to get kind of degenerate pretty soon if it hasn't already. Star Blue says, didn't hear any cheers. Beamy says, Zook did it while calling the race. Awesome. Very cool. Golden Glow, I participated. It was fun. There was only one chat room for every race. Dartside, hello from the Dartside. How are you doing tonight? Accountant says you can still cheer. And earlier, all I heard was two people talking smack to each other about whose horse is donkey. Both of them landed 6 and 7, so I don't know. That's pretty funny. So I think it's kind of cool. I think it adds like a whole nother layer or level of like interactivity, which is awesome. But I think it can get ugly kind of quick. The second tournament will start in 2 weeks, and in the meantime, there will be no free races until that tournament starts. So definitely something to be wary of. So, and along with that, and I'd like to hear your thoughts, chat. Um, they're adjusting the min and max entry fees for paid races based on the class. So, class 1, you've got a $10 min, 500 max. Class 2, $5, 50. Class 3, 250, 25. Class 4, 250, 10. Class 5, 255. More changes will follow suit as we strive to create a fair and more competitive race environment. Zed Retro, I'm not quite following what you're saying here. Here's what kills me. How do they have their thing and it blocks the horse position half of the screen? Oh, on mobile. I missed on mobile. Yeah, I think the mobile experience needs to be updated a little bit. Um, so here's kind of my thoughts on this. I don't think this is anywhere close to like a complete answer to the class system. I hope they still expand it. What I think this is going to do is really create a lot more density and volume in class 5 and 4, and I hope they have the races to support that. I hope it's not fastest click, because the reality of the matter is that there are so many horses that really can't compete given the current ecosystem past $5. So this is either going to open that up where they can start competing at $5, $10 races, or it's just going to create so much more density in horses in class 4 and even class 5, specifically 5. I see a potential window of opportunity by some horses within class 3. I see the kind of the champion horses, hopefully, sticking around in class 2 and class 1, because it really doesn't make sense for them to be in 5 and 4, maybe 3. So in a way, I think this starts to split the field a little bit, but I think it's going to be an unbalanced split. In short term, that might not be a great thing, but I think it'll start to kind of work its way out, assuming they left this as is, longer term, coming weeks, months, etc. But yeah, a lot of people have quote unquote stuck horses. Yeah, some Zed Retro says saw Moonlight Graham in a class 4 race for $5. Like that's got to be frustrating, because if you have a horse like a Z1, Z2, why would you spend so much money on that horse only to race it in class 4 where you can spend nothing more than $10? So I think this will be kind of the start. It's the start of a good thing. I think it's step 1. One change that I would like to see made that wasn't mentioned is you can keep the free races, keep them to, just a small selection, but I think they should be in here because there are going to be some horses that still really can't do much and will just be stuck in class 5. So I don't totally love the idea of getting rid of free races altogether. So I also don't think they should be ridiculous prize pools for free races, especially during this time. I think they should go to free when the tournament's on. But when it's non-tournament time and you have primarily paid races, I think the prize for winning first in a free race should be the entry fee, the minimum entry fee to get into a race at that class. So if you're in class 3, 4, 5, you go into a free race, you come in first, you get 250. If you're in class 2, you get 5, class 1, you get 10. That will allow you to test the water. So if you buy a horse at class 3, maybe it's not supposed to be there, you're racing there, you haven't raced it, you don't have a ton of money, you spent most of it on the horse. This would give you an opportunity to then kind of test the waters on um, paid, if assuming you could win. Now, and then if you got second or third, that should like scale down. So maybe it's, 3 third places to win enough for a first. So it's not super lucrative to get into it. But if you really need a horse or you're really curious about a horse, it's a, safer way of doing so that I think also doesn't really break the economics of the races themselves. So I think that's a really good balance, a really good happy medium. Um, I would almost, just kind of looking at this, I would almost put class 3, put the minimum at $5. Um, I think that would be a lot more balanced. Let's see. The accountant says, still doesn't change that even in my class 4 races, I'm still seeing horses with 10% win rate in class 1, 20% win rate in class 2, and they're in class 4 where I'm trying to perform with my actual class 4 pony and I can't due to a stacked field. I'm hoping that's a short-term thing. I really hope that starts to balance out more, but it's a very real problem that's currently existing. And I don't think this will completely fix it, but I hope it'll be a start. Count says, so no, I'm not racing class 1 and 2 due to being stuck, and not racing 3 and 4 due to stacked field. Leaves me in class 5, which those horses I don't care to race. So I don't know what my next play is. Unfortunately, right now, given the ecosystem, it might be to wait. Some big boy racers have been seen using free races to hit 0 points. Star Blues, do you think that's something that's going to continue, though? Because now they don't have the free. I mean, unless they don't race at all and they say, hey, I want this to be, just a tournament horse, I'm going to put it on ice at this time. Well, then I guess that clears out the field. And or eventually, I'm thinking like within a week. I'm thinking that the week before the tournament starts, assuming there are no changes to races, racing will be significantly better. Dartside says racing pause. Account says hodl. I did exactly that. 0 points, waiting in class 5 for the next tournament. Yeah, some people could be doing that, but that takes them out of the field now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So very, very interesting news. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on Breeders' Cup tournament as well as the new racing structure. Yeah, and some people are, and keep in mind, like that was the just kind of the way Zed was before we had this stuff. Is you had to pay to D class, like that was the norm for a while. Not necessarily the end of the world, and I really don't think that would necessarily turn too many people off, but I think it's these ceilings. Hopefully would, keep some people up. Either way, I think come week 2, this will be a good thing. Yeah, though that's the one thing I haven't seen is how many more races are there. We need a lot of class 5 and class 4 races. That is absolutely for sure. All right, that kind of wraps up my news, my updates for tonight. So let's get right into our giveaway from Tad. What do you say to that, chat? All right. All right, so this is again for a Z30 Filly Exclusive Buterin. To enter in this giveaway, I hope it goes to a news table, but if it doesn't, that is okay. It will be exclamation point TAD, TAD, and we are starting that now. There are 3 minutes on the clock. Golden Glow, thank you for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it. I know you're tired. Have a great night, and talk to you tomorrow. All right, and we are in. Raw Dog is in. Fergs is in. Bert is in. Leaf. Airmic, you're in. I see it. Darkside, Star Blue, Cryptogen, the accountant, Beamy, Papa Oscar is in the house. What is up? How are you doing, Papa Oscar? Sliding in. Slim Reefa, Timbo Rice. Holy smokes. Monsters Inc. Zed, new viewer, is in. Zed Retro is in. Jabo. So while we do this, let's take a look. It's kind of an interesting lineage for this horse. So you've got the horse right here, and Filly again. So you get to keep the offspring, which is super super exciting. And then its parents, we have Ransom Note, a Z9 Genesis Buterin Colt, and then you have Slow Ride Z21 Exclusive Filly. And then if we go up a level, this is where things start to get interesting. You're going to see Sea Gypsy and Zin, And then if we go up, so it's a legendary Finny and a legendary Finny. If you go up one more level, you notice that Sea Gypsy and Zin share the same dam, and that is all Zin, which is pretty cool. And then you've got Sea Spirit over here, Z2 Genesis Knock, who's currently in stud, and Open Sea Change, a Genesis Finny. So you've got two Genesis Finny, a Genesis Knock, working through that Finny line. And then to make this horse, you're throwing in another Genesis Buterin, which I think is awesome. I think that's pretty cool. Star Blue, yeah, absolutely flames. Love it. So this could be a pretty exciting, pretty fun horse. I think it would be great again for newer stables. But big shout out to Tad. I'm not sure if you're in stream right now, but thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got Clown Assassin, Winks, Sharky Rob, Raynex. Call me quick or get me quickly. Holy Smokes, Slim Rifa, Ryan Temple, Dallas Diamonds. We've got 28 in. Yes, thank you, Darside, for saying thank you to Ted. I appreciate that. Zermoose is in, Clown Assassin. We have 29 people in. And we have 33 seconds left. If you win, all you have to do is just shoot me your account, and thank you for thanking Tad. If you win, just shoot me your wallet address, and I will send this over to you immediately after stream. Yes, big thank you to Tad Zed Run Podcast. You are in. Only 30 people in. Pretty good odds of getting a horse tonight. This is very exciting. 6 seconds. Big thank you to Tad. For the winner, my socials are right here. Again, all you have to do is shoot me a DM, and the timer is up. All right, let's pick our winner. Let's get some hype in chat. Let's get some thank yous to Tad in chat. Let's get some emotes in there. Holy smokes, I love it. Let's go, Tad. Thank you so much. Love the love, love the support. Zed gets better when we all lift each other up and we all support each other. Slim Reefa starting us off. I love it. Darthside. Awesome. I love all the thank yous and Tad, Air Mecha Clown Assassin, Zed Run, J Rice, Papa Oscar. Awesome. Thank you all so much. I love to see that. We're picking our winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timbo Rice 19. Congratulations. You are our winner, Timbo. Are you here? 8 dash. What is up? Timbo is here. Let's go, Timbo. How big is your stable? Congrats to Timbo Rice. Sorry, Fergs. Don't worry, there will be more horse giveaways. Never won a horse. Hey, you know what? Your time may be coming soon. Timbo Rice, I've got 2 Jennies right now. That's it. Awesome. So getting a 3rd horse in the stable. Oh, Jabo, I love the horse emote. Very cool. Congrats. I'll get that to you immediately after chat. Shoot me or after the stream. Shoot me a DM, Twitch, Twitter, or Discord. Sorry, Fergs. Again, you can donate. For those of you that are wondering, maybe missed out. Again, $1 gets you into MJ4A. That is a horse giveaway at the end of the month, and you can do it at any time. Doesn't have to be during stream. All right. So let's. There were some people in getting a Philly always the one. Absolutely, the accountant. I see a D-Gen, says Darthside. There were some requests tonight in chat for some horse reviews. I'm going to start with Sense of Ribbon. There's another person who had chatted at the very beginning of chat. If you could throw that horse name in there, I want to definitely hit that for you. But we're going to start with Sense of Ribbon. Darthside says Escape Room. Oh, that sounds like a fun horse name. We'll definitely check that out. So let's pop on over to Zetalytics while this refreshes. I think I'm like legit getting sick. I am burning up right now. But we'll get through some evals. No problem. I got some water. How was everyone's weekend? Anyone do anything fun? All right. We can close that out. We'll also try and get in a Blue Wings race tonight. All right, so let's do Sense of Ribbon for Airmic 2000. What's up, Chaos? How you doing? Looking to breed with a good win percent. Got a bounce, guys. MJ, thanks so much as always. Cheers. Have a good night. You too, Zed Run Podcast. Thank you for coming in. Go ahead, hit up Spotify, hit up Google, wherever you, or Apple Podcasts, wherever you consume podcasts, if you do, and look up the Zed Run Podcast. Great guy, great content, great interviews. Definitely check it out. Spawn first, Peter and Jen Speedwagon. Let's go, Slim Reefa. Bit of a gamble with no offspring. That's all right. You never know. You never know. It's pretty exciting. All right, so let's check out Sense of Ribbon. Looks like it's primarily raced at 1200. I see some wins there. I see a really high first through third. I love that it's higher than your 4 through 8. Primarily free, and that looks like it's just due to the nature of kind of the ecosystem of Zed. You do have some paid races in here. Looking at your speed, I think that 2200 is interesting. You know, that could drop due to deviation. But you throw that in class 3. Maybe try just a few more 22, see what's going to play out there. But that's pretty fast. But it looks like 1200 looks to be preferred right now, even though you've got a higher win rate at 14. I love that you're first through third, so your podium chance being in the money is significantly higher. And then my guess, though, would be distances are going to be your down button. But, you know, you're showing some potential with that 22. I'm thinking that'll probably drop a little bit, but it might be worth exploring. Maybe when free races come back. Continue to look at 1200. Where should you be doing this? Okay, so it looks like these were free in class 2. If you find yourself struggling, if we switch this over to paid, because it looks like you did have a few in there, Aramik. Thank you, Zed Run Podcast. Appreciate that. I'll just give this 1 second while this loads. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, I mean, that deviation looks, geez, almost spot on at 14. Okay. So at paid, so okay, so just looking at this from a paid standpoint, doesn't look like you have a paid 1200 in class 3. It looks like class 3 would definitely be preferred for this horse. So Retro says, got to roll early, MJ. Hit that emergency. Be well, buddy. Good night. All in chat. Thanks, everyone, for making Zed Run special. You too, Zed Retro. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it as always. Dart side says 50% on any dart side stud. Ooh, might have to look into that one. Might have to look into that one. Okay, so and then Sense of Ribbon, we're seeing all 4 through 8s. We're seeing this drop off considerably. Class 2, Class 3. So yeah, again, further kind of proves my thought, my theory. I think Class 3 1200 might be a better starting place to look at paid if that's something you can and are willing to do. Again, might want to wait for freeze to try and downclass better. All right, next one that we had up here was Escape Room. I'm just not seeing the speed to like carry it in class 2 right now. All right, Escape Room. We've got 4 paid. I'm not seeing any solid speeds here. And what class are you running in? Class 3 throughout all of them. But you don't have many races. So again, we could just be kind of on the wrong side of variance. There could be a chance for that to balance out. I wouldn't be terribly discouraged. Let's check out free. And then I want to show you all, for those of you that are still here and sticking around, a fun little update on Zetalytics. Get a chance, can you look at Slime It, Jack? Absolutely, CryptoGen, for sure. So, okay, a lot more free races here. I'm seeing, okay, so I'm looking at win, I'm looking at first through third. So 40, 40, 20, not necessarily running it faster, though. 5 races. I would explore this a little more at 14. I would try, man, 12 hasn't really panned out for you yet. Also class 3. This is kind of tough. I would avoid 2. I would avoid 2216. Even though there aren't many races, again, you could be on the wrong side of variance, but you're showing potential elsewhere. So this is a little faster. I wouldn't totally sleep on 26. I'd give it 2 races. I'd wait for free. If any of these, like, hey, kind of on the fence about, wait till the free races come back, especially when your base is mostly in free. And also just a way of like optimizing um, your money kind of situation, your ROI, at least trying to. Slim Rifa, just before I forget, did you want me to take a look at Speedwagon, or were we just commenting that you picked it up? I don't want to overlook or go past you. So yeah, I try 14 because you got 20 and 40%. Your speed's pretty flat, but you only have 5 races. This is so lightly raced. I'd go 3 more races at 14. I would throw another 3, 4 races at 2000 just to see what happens. It's nothing on the. Okay, Slim Reefer says not on the website yet. Probably too new. Let's go to Crypto Gen's Slime Jack. Oh, I can't spell. Getting better at this whole drinking water over the microphone thing. 1 second while it goes through all of these races. All right, wow. Okay, Slime Jack, 13 races at 1,038. Yeah, boom. Like this looks like your spot right here, and you've got your down button there as well. I'm loving it. 1,012. Let's, if you want to, class 5, class 4, you're keeping your fire. Maybe try class 4, pay 250 just to see what happens. Only because these numbers are so high across 13 races. You've got a nice speed. Again, looking at speed, like I try and look for point 0.2 higher. But I think you're kind of hitting some of the marks and some of the aspects to potentially race this horse, at least low paid if you want to, don't have to, at 1,000. But kind of weird. It's only 1 race here. I think you just could be on the wrong side of variance. Horse seems like it might be a sprinter. But very, very cool. I see you're averaging 7 races a day. Be careful of your stamina. You might be kind of running up on the edge of that. So definitely kind of use this top right corner to balance to see how you're doing, Crypto Gen. If this 1,200 pans out to not be as much of a down button as it is right now, I would look at like 22, 2,400 as a potential down button, because usually when you have the sprinter, it's going to be your marathon distance that's going to end up result being in your down button. Monsters Inc. Zed says, do you think Live Laugh Lose can hack in class 1 or need to down class? Can down class 1,600, but it's not overly reliable. Hits 9, 10, 11. Let's take a look. Live, laugh, lose. And again, if you're typing in a horse name and it has a very common word like the or something basic or horse, put it in quotes and it will, your horse's name exactly in quotes. The horse's name will pop up immediately. That way you don't have to scroll through like a million horses to get there. So the question was, can this horse run in class 1? So here are a few things that I'd look at when you ask yourself that question. So 1, what are my average classes for all my races? So 76 races, that's a pretty solid sample size. 269. Okay, so I'm close to 3. Excuse me, I'm getting fire. 14, 22. Okay, so getting some wins. Wow, okay, look at this. Awesome. 2,200 looks like it's killer. Only 1 race at 12, but ran really, really fast. 14 ran really, really fast. Again, just could be variance, but interesting to maybe explore those distances a little more, at the very least free. But yeah, 22, you're pulling in profit. 2,000, you're pulling in profit. So it's most likely a sprinter. The reason why you're probably not pulling profit at 24 is just the high entry fee there. Then yeah, 16, 1.5 points. So that's not bad. Don't worry about the 9, 10, 11. What's important here, Monsters Inc., is your -1.5 average. Assuming that average holds, you can run 1-to-1 with 2,200. So it would not, that would not be bad. That would kind of balance itself out. So you could theoretically do what would that be? Because it's 20 class points, so times 1.5, 10, 12, 12, 15 races. I can't do the math, but you do over 10 races um, before classing up, and then just hit that a few times, see where that gets you. Um, and really help keep you balanced. That's over 12 races, so hopefully that's starting to form out to be a decent sample size. But I love the balance here of 1.5 to -1.5. That's awesome. That's a great situation to be in, Monsters Inc. Now, can this horse run in Class 1? So a way that I like to evaluate this and look at this, take necessarily the specific distance out of the equation. Where are you seeing consistent flames at class across distances? So, okay, I'm seeing 100% in Class 4. This starts to really drop in Class 3 and kind of the same, a little lower in Class 2, nothing in Class 1. So I would take this horse out of Class 1. Ideally, I would say Class 3, maybe even Class 4 is where you would want this horse to be. Hope that helps, Monsters Inc. Zed. Um, Rainix says, if I'm saying that right, please correct me if I'm not. Koi Princess. Again, I can't type tonight. Let's check out Koi Princess. J Rice, we'll get to your horse next. I love the name. Whoa, Black Betty. Okay, so let's take a look at Koi Princess. Wow, okay, 243 races, so nothing specific, just saying, hey, check it out. So, with this horse, when you're looking using my tool and you have a horse that has a ton of races, oh, sorry, Red Man. Enjoy yourself at the pub. Um, look at what class you are in currently. So it looks like Koi Princess has 23 points, currently sitting in class 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this class meter. So it's what you have 5, 4. We're going to move that up to 4. And maybe we'll do, because you've got 3, 7, 1, we'll do class 3 and 4 just to cut out some of these potential outliers that would be in the data, because I want you to try and race, as true as possible. I see you have currently more than overall 251 races, so not that big of a deal. And we're just going to go ahead and move these sliders. We'll do 3 and 4. Okay, so Rain X Rain X. Rain. Okay, nice. Not sure what distance to focus on. All right, so now we cut it down to 232, 3.5, as we kind of expected. So let's take a look at this. So when we're starting out here, I like to start at the win, 1st through 3rd, 4th through 8, 9 through 12. My spacing's a little off because I'm so zoomed in. But so I'm looking at, okay, so these are all kind of similar. And let's forget 4 through 8, 9 through 12 for right now, because just another kind of bonus tip for you all. Clown Assassin won! I just got the notification. I didn't see it pop up on the stream itself, but thank you so much for the tip of $1. You are now entered in the MJ4A raffle at the end of the month. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't know why it's not showing up there. Okay, good. Well, maybe I just missed it. Oh, my headset popped off. That is why. But thank you, Con Assassin. So as far as point I was making. So ignore these columns for now. When you see similar first through thirds, I like to look at win. So maybe not the best example, but like what percent of your win makes up your first through third? I think is really something important to look at, because that can really affect your profitability. And then, looking at 4 through 8, I'd like to see first through third higher or close to. So I see 68 races here. I see 14 wins. That seems to be really high. First through third at 32%, 32%. So, that's pretty flat. I like that it's, the same, but that flatness, I think, is really hurting it. And speed is not super, super great. So let's narrow this down. We're still at 232 races. Let's go to class 4. Dart side, I did not get a POAP. All right, so let's drill this down, drill this in. Okay, so when we kind of filter that out and we focus on class 4, starts to tell a bit of a different story. So I see you've got average fee now is 0.002002, 35 and 10 races, and you're running this one faster and you're profitable. I would continue with 2,400. So when I look at this, um, just looking at each column is a piece of a puzzle. So you've got, pretty solid place. It's under the average of 6.5. You got some fire at 24. Your fee is higher than your average, and you're profitable. You've got your highest win rate. You've got your, third highest. First through third. 4 through 8 isn't great. 9 through 12 is okay, but you've got a great kind of average points. You're going to stay in class pretty often, and you're running it fairly fast. Now, another thing that's standing out to me that I think is interesting, 64 races is your 2,200. However, you are not profitable, and I wonder if that's due to an influx or change in entry fee. Even though it's averaging out at 0.001, there may be some higher ones in there that could be affecting your profitability. I could be wrong. But I would not give up at 22, but I would say, hey, let's focus on 0.01 at 22, 0.02 at 24. For sure. Oh, well, this one was cut off. Totally missed this. Big profit here at 1,800, again, because of the zoom. Your speed is okay. It looks like you're running kind of pretty close to Zed, but your first through third is crushing your 4 through 8 and your 9 through 12. And when we look at win, you're looking at 23% of your 47. So that's where a lot of your profit is coming from on that. So when you get in first through third, you are winning more often. This is exactly what I was talking about before. Sorry, totally missed that with the scroll up. I would race 1,800 a little more. See what that gets you for sure. And yeah, if we look at this, 59, 22. So it looks like you've got a few options. Maybe try like 5 races at 18. See where that goes. If this distribution holds up, I would keep hitting 18. For sure, because I think this kilometers per hour will go up. Stuck at 18 or 24. So right now you're showing a little faster at 24, but you've got about twice as many races, but your first through third is significantly higher and your 4 through 8 is less. So I would keep going with a similar average fee. Keep going at 18. Again, 5 or so ish races. See how that pans out from a standpoint of your finishes. If this kind of distribution is still holding up, I would keep going. And hopefully you'll start to see the speed go up a little bit. Next we had Whoa Black Betty. No problem. Yeah, let me know. Would be happy to take a look at it a little later as well. All right. All free races. I need to wait till my colt is started to breed to do some paid races. Okay, yep. So all free. Oh, looks like there are some paid in here. But from a free standpoint, you've got 2 here, 50%, 50%. So your first through third was a win. It's run pretty fast. Try it again. You only got 2 there. 28% first through third, but no dubs at 24. You're running that a little slow. It's not horrible. Oh, let's expand this out. Sorry. Dark side, if you don't mind, we may skip over Slayer just because the queue is coming up, and only because you said if I need another horse to review. Then we'll get to Honeycomb Challenge next. I like the name. All right, so when we expand this out, I might zoom out a little bit just so we can see everything. 1457. Wow. Okay, so yeah, 2600 now has 7 races. So again, we looked at it at 2 in class 4. And now it looks like you've got some Class 3 races in there as well. I love 26 right now for this horse for sure. Down button looks like 1,000. So that's kind of where I would continue to go and to check out. Your speed is also held up over those next 5 races. So this is an example of when we just saw the 2. You know, hey, we've got an idea. Maybe there could be something here. You race it at 7. Wow, you're still getting great numbers. Again, high, low, lowest. Definitely worth checking out for sure. At least in the freeze. Maybe start to try 250 paid if something comes up. I would say ideally class 4 because that's where you're closest to in your average class. We'll throw in Honeycomb Challenge. And then we will get to Miss Reckless giveaway from my stream. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Achieving status horse house, is that the name of your horse? I can definitely circle back to it, Darthside. For sure though, not a problem. Okay, so Honeycomb Challenge, 96 races, nice. Wow, majority okay at 22 and 24. Looks pretty clear why. I mean, look at this at 22. Speed is a little slower, but I'm liking this win. And first through third might be worth checking out in a class 4, class 5 paid. And again, you're seeing high fire, still pretty high fire, still pretty high fire, nothing in class 1. Class 4, maybe class 5, definitely check that out. I think that could be cool. No problem, Jairus, happy to do so. Says it pulls flames in class 3. So at 22 and 26, let's see how many races. That's 4 races and that's 3 races. So that's 4 out of the 27. That might drop over time, especially if you switch that over to paid. If you have any interest in going paid, I would still focus on 4. But that's awesome that it's pulling flames in 3. Very, very, very cool. Did I feel? Oh, Miss Reckless. That's who I missed. Yeah, no problem. And again, I guess with some of these recommendations, I usually try and err on the side of being more conservative, especially when money is involved. There's no obviously guarantee that anything I say is going to be definitive. And, you know, over time, especially with some of these lighter race distances or switching from free to paid, you're going to see some kind of different components come into factor, some different things play out. Whether that be from, you know, competition, average speeds are faster, free versus paid, etc. So definitely, you know, like that's where my recommendations are. You know, race 3, race 5, see how things play out. I think could really, you know, kind of go cautiously until you get more data points. Then, as you become more confident, you can really kind of press that button hard and go in on a distance. So, looking at Miss Reckless, a giveaway from Stream. 16 races, 18% win, 50% first through third. Oh my gosh. And that's a net with an average fee behind it, and you've got some profit. 22 looks to be a killer. And look at this at 22. So your whites are your average kind of Z times distances. Look how much red is out in front of those whites. Like that is an incredible class 5. Class 4, we had a big drop off in 22, so it might be when we look at the average class that's closer to 5. So maybe class 5, 250, 22, but looks like it could be solid. Maybe try bump it up to $5. Maybe your choice. I'm not trying to push you one way or another, but you've got some solid performance and some good speed behind it as well. 18 isn't bad either, but I don't love that without the win. Stick with 22. I would stick with 22 for right now. And you've got a potential down button here at 12. 22 and 12, again, that's where you're seeing sprint and you're seeing marathon. Very, very, very cool. I love it. So happy for you. Looks like this could be a fun horse for sure. All right. Just want to make sure. I'm not missing. Okay, so Miss Reckless. Darside. Okay, just catching up with chat here for 1 second. Get me quickly asked a really nice question. What is a good indicator of your horse being fast? Did you say greater than 0.2 in the Versed column? Yeah, I kind of use that as a benchmark. Now, we've seen examples tonight where there are horses that are, profitable or perform decently well when they don't have that plus 0.2. So it's not impossible, but it's like, okay, if you're pulling high win rates, high, first through third and like the 50 plus mark, and you've got 0.2 to back that up, again, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, I think that is a really cool opportunity and definitely a sign of potential for sure. But don't get discouraged if you don't have 0.2 or higher. Usually, if you have a race, only like a single race at distance, you might get super excited. You'll see something like a 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. That could usually just mean you're on one side of variance, and that could balance out pretty quickly. Could be kind of an outlier. So something to be cognizant of when you're looking to buy a horse. Horse House says achieving. I'm not going to be able to. Status. Hey, there we go. So definitely keep that in mind if you're looking to evaluate or buy a horse and you see like, wow, it's 0.6 faster. That could hold at a distance, but that could also fall apart pretty quickly. Great question though. Get me quickly. Great question. She did good today. Awesome. Holy smokes. Love it. Accountant says check out Kick Joe Kick. All right, so achieving status, we've got 116 races. All right, so you've got some wins. So again, the majority of your wins are first through third, which is something that I like to see, but your 4 through 8 at 14 is super, super high. I like 20 out of 48. I love that that's lower. You've got profitability. Despite being for the most part free at 25 races, you're close to 0.2. 1200 is something that's standing out to me right now for sure. Looks like maybe class 3, because you're closer to 3 than 4. Yeah, and then this is kind of interesting too. You're more of a kind of a right-leaning you, at least so far across these first 6 races, but 33 and 50, I love how low that is. And then this looks to be, man, down button wise, possibly 2400. So I like right now, where was this right here? Yeah, 12. Again, this is where you're getting the balance, like the front, the sprinter versus the distance. So I would keep plugging away at 12. Okay, and we're seeing a significant drop off in fire in class 3. Let's maybe try and pull that back to class 4. You might see better performance there. Oh, look at that. Nice. It's almost like you got kind of a little U thing going on there. I like it. I like achieving status a lot. Let's check out Kick Joe Kick. Do a few more before we log off for the night. We just about to crack the hour mark, excluding kind of the intro. And I am fading fast. So Kick Joe Kick. But yes, also if you have questions about things, please feel free. This is also a time for questions. I love the questions. They are great. Oh no, I did. Sorry about that, Monsters Inc. Sorry about that. Right on. She's been fun for sure. Love it. Holy smokes. Okay, so Kick Joe Kick. And then I'll end tonight with a little bit of a little treat for you all, a little unannounced kind of feature on Zetalytics. All right, so 2, 2, 1, 11, 9, 7. Okay, so these are more raised. 1836, 1845. Oh, I like that. I don't hate that at all. 0.06, cool. So 1400 looks like it could be a decent fallback, but you only have 2 races here, but you're averaging 0.67. I would definitely check out 2400 more to see what happens there. Is this, when we look here, we can see the race. How much of an outlier is this? Is this going to stand? What is that going to look like? Looks like you might be okay in class 3. At least in class 4, you did pretty well. But you are definitely closer to the 3 mark. If you find that your finished distributions start to fall more in the 4 through 8 column, maybe go back down to 4. I wouldn't be too scared of 3, but definitely like this would be a case of, hey, let's plug 2400 3 more times. See what happens with your finishes. See what happens with your speed, because 0.67 is really fast. Um, and go from there. Again, kind of an indicator, good indicator earlier on, in my opinion, of trying to help you find a distance that you should be running. All right, that was Kick Joe Kick for the accountant. Love you, halal snack pack. Absolutely gets it. Gets ID. Do a few more and then a log. Perfect. All right, and I'm starting to catch up with chat. That makes me feel good. All right, halal snack pack, 208 races. Wow. Um, wow. That's a lot of races for this horse for sure. Okay, so I'm seeing 11, 22, 44, 13, 30, 16, 50. Okay, so that's very right leaning and negative points. So that's right leaning too. So it's like you've got some right leaning kind of use or wannabe use that have formed. So that's not the most fun always. Um, how many races do we have? 208. What? Let's see what class you're in now. Um, and let's drill into that a little more. Hopefully, let's try and clean up this picture. Yeah, no problem, accountant. Currently class 5. Okay. So again, you can move the slider, or when you just want to do that, you can just hit 5, hit enter, and it will update for you. Oh, I just got a craving for pizza. Does anyone else want pizza? I am starving right now. All right. So if we take a look at class 5, I mean this is a little more left leaning, but speed is slower, and these are really close. 2244, 2735, man, and these are freeze too. 2826. Yeah, so like not a problem, but like overall, your 9 through 12s are so much heavier than anything else. You got 59 races here, 45 here. I like that your 4 through 8 is so low. And that might be how you get to class 5. And you've got the highest amount of first through thirds outside of 1600. That's still a negative speed. So I would look at got 11 there. Maybe give 3 or 4 at 16. I would stick free. Because you are so like right leaning with this horse. Maybe check out breeding, continue with freeze. But yeah, this is a very heavy right leaning horse, and I don't love that these are almost identical. Then otherwise I'd go where the winds are, kind of a swing for the fences thing. Trying 1200. I don't love racing this horse. I'll just give you my honest opinion. Nacho Slam, the owner of Noobs. Let's check it out. Is it Ichi 45S? Please correct me in chat. What is my normal stream schedule? So that will be Mondays at 10 p.m. Central. Usually, it's Zero to Hero with Sean Versal, where we take a horse that is kind of newer, we see opportunity with, and we try and turn it around. Season 1, we're right in between season 1 and season 2. Hopefully, season 2 will be starting next week, but if not, it'll be soon after. In the meantime, I'll be kind of filling that gap. But then my main stream is Thursday nights at 7 p.m. on this channel. And then I'm also on the Zed News Network every other Monday and every Sunday and night. It's our kind of interview and news channel with Golden Glow Master and Zed Insights. Um, all right, so let's check out Nacho Slams. We're only looking at class 5 right now. Wow, and this has a ton of races as well. So let's see again, where's this horse currently sitting? Kind of within the spectrum of classes. AC Wolf, $10. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you all you do for the community and the gifted subs you give out. Yes, and that's definitely a part of where the money that you guys give to me goes. It goes to gifted subs for other creators within the community as a way of trying to lift up everyone that is in here. Thank you so much, AC Wolf. And boom, just like that, you received 2 entries into the MJ for All horse giveaway at the end of the month. So super excited for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, AC Wolf. Really, really appreciate that a lot. All right, so Nacho Slam sitting in class 5. So we already got the class 5 filter set up. So let's just sit here. Let's see what we got. So I don't love that 9 through 12 is higher than first through third, but the ratio of win to first through third is so high at 17 races that it is like that is awesome to see. And you're getting like 8 odds, sub 10 odds back in the day, so that's pretty cool. Again, you've got kind of a similar situation here at 2000 that you do at 24, and it's run a little faster at 36 races. 0.01, both is the same. So I would lean a little bit more towards I would raise 24 a little more than 2. Again, see how this pans out, because if you can keep the win to first through third ratio super high, continue to hit that, I think longer term that's going to pay off more for you. You're about half as many races with about half as much profit. So I think that could definitely come to be helpful. And then look at this again, opposite side of the spectrum, 2024. Look at 1400, negative 2.25 points. I think that looks like a solid down button. You only have 4 races there. But if not, a solid backup with 14 races would be 22, which is super interesting. But yeah, I like 24. I like let's look at 14 as a potential down button for you for Nacho Slam. Mando, welcome, Mando. How you doing, man? Violent Ends. Isn't that from that? Oh, Violet Ends. Isn't Violent Ends from that show on HBO? That was awesome, and I think it's over, or they're in between seasons. I didn't finish the most recent season. Like the robots that like come out of the like amusement park world that they're in. Westworld. Thank you so much. Yes, that's the name of the show. Um, yeah, isn't that like violent delights have violent ends? Wasn't that a saying from the show? No problem, owner of noobs. Happy to do so. Happy to do so. The super high variance, but really rubbish general ability. Yeah, that could be Get's ID. That absolutely could be. The thing that confuses me is it flames best and free that is at 18, but the results at 18 seem really bad. So, and again, this could change as you get more. I'm just going to take a pause quick from Violet Ends to go back to kind of what Gat's idea is saying is that, hey, flames are not always indicative of performance. Don't put all of your stock into flames, at least not early on. That could pan out, long term, absolutely could. But there are many cases where you have horses that can perform that don't have the flames to match it. So don't necessarily follow flames. Again, it's a piece in the puzzle in the picture of your horse's performance. It's like my favorite thing to say in Zed. And that's why I have all of these columns on here. I know they can be a little overwhelming at times, but again, let's try and put as many of these pieces in place that we can. And hopefully that will help you find the best place to race your horse. All right, so Violet Ends. Let's take a look at this. Definitely got some profit. Look at this win. Look at this first through third. Wow, average class of 2.33. Holy mother nuggets. Look at that 0.38 over 15 races. Wow, 66, 65, 53. Yeah, 20, 22, 24, so definitely distance. Excuse me, my guess is the sprint would be a down button, and sure enough, look at that. It's right here at the bottom. Oh, okay, again, kind of missed one. There's a 26 at 0.79. That could be exciting. If you can get in that, see what that's all about. But yeah, so far it looks like you're, average fee 24. Look at this, 26, 66, just crushing it there. And look at this. Look at the white concentration is here, and then the red concentration is almost at the tip, kind of starting it right there. for 24. And look at 26 above the white. And let's look at the fire. 5 or 4, 3, 2. Boom. I would try and get out of class 1 if you're there. But yeah, this horse looks like a lot of fun for sure. Oh, you do have Violet Delights too, Mando. So yeah, Mando, I hope that helps. Um, yeah, let's check out Violet Delights. Thank you to all the 40 plus of you that are here sticking around tonight. You know, when I'm doing a horse review, even if this isn't your horse, you know, take a look at the way that I approach these evaluations. Where do I start? What are the things I look at? You know, is class a consideration that needs to come in? Okay, so you know, I'm checking out this down here. I'm maybe confirming, you know, distance recommendation by, you know, the actual horse performance. Like looking at this, I'm going to start right here. I would say that 2000 might be a decent down button. Let's take a look. Here's 2000. Okay, so negative 0.6. So you've got 36 and 50. So okay, that's probably this concentration of red. It looks like there might be a handful of races here. Okay, pretty cool. Let's look at this. So okay, so we've got some profit struggles here. And that looks like okay. Races there, races there. So I mean, this looks like it could be a start of something that's U-shaped. When you're looking for a U, look for positive points. That means you'll be more left-leaning within that U. And even though the percentages are the same, that's probably more favorable to a first and second versus, you know, first, second, third, 9, 10, 11, 12. This doesn't look too bad. You're running it faster. I would maybe try this a little more. Watch your fee. Make sure you keep that, you know, around the 250 range. So yeah, don't hate that. This looks interesting. 26. You're running it slow, so that might not pan out very well for you. But again, lower, higher, lower, higher. I would really try out 1600 more. It looks like your max, you've got 12, you've got 19. Run that 4 or 5 times again if you can. See how that speed looks. Try and keep it close to class 5, just judging by your average class here. You've got some flames in class 4. Again, I look at flames more holistically than, you know, just like the exact boom, this is where you need to be. And like holistically, this is leaning more towards class 5. Most of your races are around class 5. So I would definitely let's try 1600 more, see what happens there. Maybe 5 races, see what happens with Violet Delights. First time chat, username Gabe. Can you look at Liam Hendricks? Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Liam might be a little too new. And that's the thing. So my tool is not updated live, so it takes am I spelling it wrong? It takes a bit, about 24. Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's IKS. I spelled it wrong. A little while to update. So if you don't see your horse in right away, check back tomorrow. The data will be in there. Boom, Liam Hendricks got it. Thank you. You corrected. I totally missed that. That's on me. Username Gabe. Totally on me. Whew. All right, give this 1 second to populate. And Slim Reefa says, just got into a race with 45 horses marked as down crossing. We'll let you know if it works out. Awesome. Sounds good. All right, so let's check out Liam Hendricks. So it looks like only raced in class 5. Okay, so we've got some consistency there. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you've raced this horse wide pretty nicely, username Gabe. Let's take a look at actual performance now. Again, I'm going to look at the weigh-in first through third, 9 through 12. And so just kind of looking, maybe I'll start at the bottom here. So this looks like it's a very, you know, right-leaning. By that, I mean it has a lot of 9 through 12 finishes. So that's not necessarily a great sign, but let's try and kind of take a step further and let's try and figure out why, how, where that's happening. So 4 races, 25%, which isn't bad. That's pretty good. But you've got 25 and then 59 through 12. So I don't love that. And that speed is very slow. So I see a lot of pieces of the puzzle saying, hey, maybe not the best choice at 1,000, 14, I'm not loving it either across 4 races. 27 and 72, I love that there are no 4 through 8s, but you're so heavy in the 9 through 12. Okay, so yeah, definitely. I mean, lots of right leaning performance here in Class 5. So why could that be happening? And I think this is a really good example because we're going to talk about something we haven't talked about yet tonight, and that's average fee and what role that plays into horse performance. Again, each one of these columns is a piece of the puzzle. So if you look at the fees here, 0.003, 0.002, 1, 2. So what I would do with this horse, I would look at, okay, 1200. You've got some performance. I just hit something on my keyboard. Something's going to update. I would drop your fees down to 0.00, 250 races. Try 1,000, try 12. See what happens there. And see if you can get these finish distributions to be more favorable for you. Username Gabe. I think that could be throwing things off a little bit. Oh, and I just clicked off of it. We'll go right back to Liam. And again, I can't type to save my life tonight. And I think that could help your performance. You might see, oh, want to become famous? Where are the mods? Thank you, Mando. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa. And we will kind of pop this out. And boom, banned. Thank you, thank you. John Hopkins. We're just gonna throw you on a little timeout for that one. We'll see what happens with that. Thank you, Mando. Appreciate that. So again, with Liam, let's try and lower the average fee, username Gabe, and see how that plays out for you. So lower the fee, go for 250, race it, 1200, try 1,000, and see how things pan out. But focus on 1,200 first. 3 races, 250, and see what happens with your horse. But yeah, very right leaning. You got Horse Slim, and your horse hardly gets flames. Slim, can you remind me again, what was the name of that horse? I could try and scroll up to find it. Oh, nothing on the website yet. So okay, a newer horse. Very exciting. Very, very exciting for you, Slim. Let's go. Zermoose says Tiger Bite. I love the name. Lego Punk. Ooh. I like that name too, Slim, for sure. All right. Man, I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm slow. Ah. Apologies for the low energy tonight, but I appreciate you all sticking with me here, getting through these evals. Hope you're picking up some tips and tricks for evaluating on your own. Again, for those of you that have stuck with me, got a fun little thing to show you at the end of stream. Whew. Okay. Looking at Tiger Bite, looks like mostly class 4 races by the average class. Very cool. 50%. Okay, 2 races, 50% and faster. So I'm interested in learning more about 2200. And I like that you've got this higher than that, your positive speed. I see a lot of pieces of the puzzle coming together. This profit though has me a little concerned. Across 12 races, but there could be something here unless this is influenced heavily by free. So again, something to keep in mind. And yeah, so it looks like, free might be the way to go. I like 1,000. See what happens at 2,200. See if that holds up. And yeah, I'm thinking definitely class 5, maybe class 4, for this horse. But yeah, let's check that out. Raced a few moments ago. Looking to start again. Let's go. MJ is so helpful. Thank you so much, username Gabe. I really, really appreciate that. Mostly free through and paid. It didn't do so hot. Yeah, I would maybe try and stick free with that Zermoose. Absolutely. No problem. No problem. Slayer's very flamey, but doesn't like to win. Let's throw Slayer in here. And thank you for saying that, Darthside. Because again, don't just follow flames on their own. And this is a great example. What I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of horses with the name Slayer. If you don't want to scroll through it all you have to do is throw in some quotes. And again, type the name correctly. And oh, there we go. And single name pops up, makes it a lot easier to get through. Thank you for circling back to that, Darthside. I really appreciate that. All right. Okay. And looking at Slayer. So yeah, I mean, let's look at the fire. Okay. So I mean, it's got some fire. Yep, a lot of very flamey. Absolutely right, but does not seem to win. Yeah, look at this, 3%. But you've got some good first through thirds, and that's really high there. And this is it looks like it'd be more of a distance horse, but yeah, free maybe. You're based off of kind of the odds. Yeah, it looks like it might struggle a little bit. Um, but yeah, the first through third and or fourth through eight. Sorry, we look at it holistically, 30.450 and 19.57. That's going to make things tough with most of these being free. I would maybe consider free. I would also try and maybe get down to class 3, maybe even class 4 with this horse. Airmake, yeah, 75% flame, 8% win. I hope Slayer is a good breeder for you in Darthside. Definitely gonna have to check that out. Darthside mentioned 50% off of Slate Gray Supercoats. Is that all horses in stud right now, Darthside, or just the Supercoats 50% off? Definitely tempting. All right, I think we're going to wrap up for the evening. But before we do that, I want to show you something quick with the data. All horses. Oh, let's go, Darthside. Thank you. We'll just do a quick little refresh. I will get some sleep, Mando. Thank you. Oh, Papusa Joe has a Slate Gray ready to breed it. That is super exciting. Very, very exciting. All right, so if you notice something was kind of off with the class slide. I'm going to do something to try and improve the UI of this and the experience around it. But if you switch, so when you load up Zetalytics, it'll show all in all. Starts default class 1 to class 5, but it now goes to class 99. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can technically go through them all. But if you go all the way over to 99, good tourney style, high finish consistency. I like it, Darthside. So DM at Darthside the transaction hash and who you bred with, and we'll refund 50% of what he gets. That is awesome. So cool. And then accountants, I will be reaching out to you probably on Discord very soon if you are still here. You might have had to log, I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely give this a quick second. I'm thinking of changing 99 to something else. But it is like freaking out, going super slow tonight. Discord or Twitter? For like longer conversations, Discord is probably better. But yeah, I can do either. Oh, you're talking to Darthside. So if I change this up so that it's only looking at class 99, which is not something that I did. This is if you scroll down at the very bottom, you can see that the data. Big shout out to their recent funding, but it's provided by Haku.com. These are all of the tournament races that are in here. So you can see 69. Nice. Ignore the average class, but you can see just kind of get info on them and how those were run. There weren't very many, so that's why they're all kind of right on the white. But just kind of a little tidbit. Ignore the first through third, fourth through eight, nine through 12. It's just the way it's calculated here. If you were to drill down, you had a horse that was in the tournament, you could put their information in and it will update. So it's a way of keeping the information in here, but also separating out the tournament data. Don't forget to go to Decentraland and get the 2 POAP and the Tuxedo t-shirt. Definitely check that out. Very, very cool. I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Darside. Thank you, everyone. Big shout out to Breeze Edition for the $20 tip. Pack Sandman, our current legend of the month, with a $69 tip. Nice. Airmic 2000 with a $10 tip. Clown Assassin with a $1 tip, and AC Wolf for a $10 tip. Remember, minimum $1 gets you into MJ4A, and every $5 gets you an additional entry. So if you're not the legend and you contribute, you are still eligible to win something outside of the free giveaways for the follower milestones that I get. So very, very exciting, very, very cool. Thank you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you on Thursday for another very exciting stream. We'll be doing some more racing. Holy smokes, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and